educational instruction as an elementary school teacher in Halifax, North Carolina. Embracing opportunities toward her career goals, she served as a high school English teacher in Wilson and Bertie counties in North Carolina. Writing and reading specialist at Elizabeth City State University in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. Assistant Director of the Center for Undergraduate Studies at Virginia Union College and Director of the Center for Undergraduate Studies in Richmond, Virginia. Her community and surrounding areas continue to benefit from her selfless service, coordinating and participating in educational outreach endeavors, providing varied services to aged citizens, and numerous other initiatives. Awards and special recognitions in the areas of instruction, mentorship, and career achievement have been added to her wall of accomplishments. Dr. Britt is the youngest of 15 siblings born to the late Jerry Whidbey Jr. and Louise Twine Whidbey of Elizabeth City, North Carolina. Although she has experienced many obstacles in life, she is an overcomer. This mother and young grandmother has accomplished astounding feats in her life. A spirited motivational speaker, peacemaker, and encourager, she credits her life's accomplishments and future vision fulfillment to the encouragement of her parents and family, as well as her faith in God. Thank you, Dr. Britt, for joining us today.
Thank you so much. And I want to thank the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers for having this opportunity. And this is a great opportunity. And it's too bad that you're not able to see just how young and beautiful that I look. But if you would join me on Facebook, you can see our presentation, Facebook Live, and YouTube as well. And it's under Melody Whidbey, Melodie, Whidbey, Whidbee. You'll be able to see my presentation because I will be presenting some things and you'll be able to see. Okay. Our topic on today, I'm going to get right into it because I've been told that I have an extended way of speech. And I'm going to get right into it. So our topic today is voices, pains of the past, victories of the present, and hope of the future. Okay, voices are our form of communication. Voices can be heard through speeches, song, or even taking a stance on what we believe in or what we are standing up for. In a brief poem posted by the WUNRN, we see that the woman's voice is necessary and powerful. A woman's voice, the answers of her heart can no longer be silenced. She does not have to be a poor imitation of anyone else. The moon reminds her of her very own way of being, ever changing, ever shining, even in her darkness. A woman's voice comes forth and many listen. The ones who cannot hear will not. She knows her brilliance and commits to her voice. The answers in her heart can no longer be silenced. A song from her soul pours forth. Now, I have a video that I am going to show, but I want you to listen very carefully. Those who are listening to me on audio, listen very carefully to what these women have to say.
One voice, the world declared. Human rights are women's rights, and women's rights are human rights.
Women are not even accepted as human beings. they are treated with injustice and inequality. Women are denied. They are neglected, even in the developed countries.
I am from Britain, and I think it is right that I am paid the same as my male counterparts. I think it is right that I should be able to make decisions about my own body.
I will not be lectured about sexism and misogyny by this man. I will not. And the government will not be lectured about sexism and misogyny by this man. Now looking at his watch because apparently a woman's spoken too long.
So I think right now we have the chance to be heard, and that's why we're doing it. We're all doing it because we're asking to try and elicit change.
How do we use this moment to elevate what is happening instead of continually victimize ourselves?
It's our responsibility to make this world a better place. Yes, we play sports. Yes, we play soccer. Yes, we're female athletes, but we're so much more than that.
The women's movement of this world has mellowed. Our issues and our conversation has become issues for men. I get angry when I think about it. No woman should sit down and allow a man to speak about her reproductive rights. Until you've gone through that process, I've come from Africa to tell you you don't qualify.
For those of you who are watching, I want to ask you a few questions, and those of you who are listening by audio. The women in this video decided that they wouldn't be silent any longer. Listen to their song. Listen to their voice. Do we agree with these women? Do we agree with what they said? What did we see when viewing this clip, those who are viewing us by Facebook and YouTube? What did you see? You saw women of all shapes, sizes, nationalities, and backgrounds. So what did we learn from the video? We learned that gender inequality is real. So what do we do? Now, what did we hear? We heard the voices of infuriated women who finally decided to speak out against the injustice against women. Being beaten, bruised and battered. The women of the past persevered against the odds with hope against hope. I can hear them singing, I'm tired and I'm weary, but I must go on. This is a song that can relate to Lucretia Mott and Elizabeth Cady Stanton, the organizers of the first gathering devoted to women's rights, July 17, 1848, in Seneca, New York, lifting their voice on women's suffrage and fighting for women's sacred right to franchise, family responsibilities, lack of educational and economic opportunities, the right to vote, which was intermingled with Blacks having citizenship and to gain the right to vote. Lucretia, I read where you started your own college. I heard your voice loud and clear, sister. Whose voices do we hear now in the present? Michelle Obama, the first Black First Lady in the United States, maintaining an eloquent voice of reason. Hillary Clinton, former senator, first woman candidate who was a finalist for president of the United States. Keep using your voice, Hillary. Kamala Harris, though some believe her stance is controversial, she's still using her voice. She has lifted her voice and is the Democratic candidate for the vice presidency of the United States. Oh, who is the last picture of? Who is this person? Is it you? Is it your voice that I hear? Yes, it can be you. Do I hear your voice? but I would rather keep my voice in the background. Do I hear your voice? I would rather support someone else's voice. Do I hear your voice? Speak louder, speak stronger, speak with confidence. If we are going to make things happen, we need to hear your voice. If we want to see effective change, we need to hear your voice. If we want to see our future change, we need to hear your voice. Help the next generation of sisters to get equal pay, own more businesses, be trailblazers, and not to be backseat lasers, which means not being lazy and taking a back seat. Now, what can I do? How can I use my voice? Look at the example that went before you and don't back down. The journey of life will take us various places, and a plethora of things will get in your way. But we have to conquer these things. Let's consider the concept of the anthill, the hurdles, and the mountain. Well, Vicki, where did you get that concept from? I got that concept from myself. Anthills are considerably small, but it does contain ants. So we have to be very careful. This would be an easy one for you to step across and keep it moving as you cry loud and spare not with your voice. During this time, you should embrace small tasks. You have to start somewhere. Do not despise the day of small beginnings. Set goals for yourself, SMART goals, with the S meaning specific. Set specific goals. With the M meaning measurable. Your goals should be measurable. A meaning attainable, a goal that you are able to attain. And it has to have relevance. So the R means relevant, something that's relevant to what you're doing, something that's relevant to what you're seeking, something that's relevant to your job, something that's relevant to your dream, your vision. And it must be time bound. And that's the T. Make sure that you set a time frame for yourself to make things happen. SMART goals. You must plan. Develop plans for yourself to give yourself a hope towards a prosperous future. Now you are getting somewhere with your voice and goal, but you have to run into some hurdles. How will you get over these? These are a little bigger than the anthills. The first thing I'm going to suggest, when I was in high school, I used to run track and we had to condition ourselves. So I'm going to offer to you to condition yourself. Condition yourself, read enlightening materials, research, attend workshops and trainings, take some classes, and then take time out for yourself. Meditate on good and successful things. Separate yourself from negative energy and negative people. Connect yourself with positive people and those who know the tricks of the trade, those who are highly skilled. Now that the weight is off of you, you can jump those hurdles, my sister. Oh my, now you have come to a mountain. What are you going to do? Are you going to wait to see what Miss Go-Getter is going to do? No, my suggestion to you is to slay that giant. Come against that mountain. Recognize your own talents and skills. You are just as good as anyone else. You might be even better. Give yourself a chance. Challenge yourself. Get out of your comfort zone. Confront your fears. Accomplish even greater things than in your past. It can happen. You have been chosen for such a time as this. Who, me? Yes, you. You have been chosen for such a time as this. So, as J.R. and J.W. Johnson suggest, lift your voice and sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the present, that full of the hope that the present has brought us. No matter what comes in your path, no matter what the hurdle, no matter what the anthill, no matter what the mountain, no matter what comes in your path, keep moving forward until victory is won. Be fierce, be bold, be courageous, and be heard. Ladies, let me hear you holler. Woo! Thank you so much for your time.